Good morning. Wanted to share a few poses to kind of help you jumpstart your morning. Some things to help stretch the body out, warm the muscles up, and energize you a bit for the day ahead. So this is a brief practice, can be done literally right as you hop out of bed in the morning. You can just find a little space in your bedroom, or even if you wander out to the living room and roll out a mat or a blanket of some sort to give yourself a little bit of cushion underneath you, and follow some of these simple stretches just to kind of warm the body up. So we want to begin in easy seated pose, so just some kind of comfortable position. If having both legs folded is not comfortable for some reason, you can have the legs straight in front of you, that's fine too. We just want to find a comfortable seat where we can sit nice and tall and relax the shoulders down away from the ears. I think it's important to start the morning with a nice tall spine, allowing the breath to be able to flow freely as we relax into the breath, centering ourselves for the day. So we'll just take a few moments here just to pause and breathe. You're certainly welcome to close your eyes for these few moments. You can also place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart so you can really feel the breath and connect with that breath. Sometimes that's helpful to help you to see perhaps your breathing is irregular or rapid. And it's also good just to connect with the body to feel that breath as it's moving in and out of the body. So let's just take a few moments to breathe, focusing right at the tip of your nostril, feeling that breath, feeling the sensation of the breath right at the tip of the nostril, and allowing the movement of the torso with the breath to connect with the hands if you are choosing to have your hands placed on your heart and your belly. And again, not trying to control the breath, just allowing it to flow naturally. If you do notice that your breathing is shallow or quick, you may want to try and slow it by counting to 4 on your inhale and on your exhale, just to help relax the breath. But if it seems to be at a normal pace, just allow it to be. Just feel that breath. And you can continue this breath as long as you'd like. Normally I try for 30 seconds to a minute just to, again, connect with the body, center myself a little bit, and then I'm ready to start my stretching practice, my morning wake-up practice, as I like to call it. So again, coming back to that seated position where the shoulders are rolled down away from the ears, I'm going to drop the chin down to the chest. And we're going to feel a nice stretch in the neck and shoulders area. Depending on how you sleep, that's an area of the body that could be feeling a little tight and tense in the morning. So it's nice to be able to stretch those areas out. So we're just going to drop the chin. Again, letting the shoulders relax, letting the head be heavy, and just breathing into that back body, breathing into the tightness that you might experience here. And you can make those breaths really nice, deep breaths if you'd like. And after your next exhale, we're going to prepare to move into the next phase of this stretch. We're going to inhale the eyes all the way up to the sky, stretching out the length of the neck. Again, keeping those shoulders down. And taking 2 or 3 breaths here. And then as we exhale, we'll bring the eyes forward, back to the normal position for your head. Shoulders still relaxed. That's the most important part of all of our shoulder stretches. Dropping the left ear toward the left shoulder. Again, checking in that the shoulders haven't moved. We want that stretch to be isolated to that right side of the neck. And just pausing here to breathe. Just a few breaths. Inhaling the head back to its normal position. And then we'll exhale and take it to the other side, allowing for that stretch on the left side of the neck. Shoulders relaxed. A couple of breaths here. And if you find that one side of your neck is feeling a little tighter than the other, you can stay there longer, or you can repeat any of these stretches if the body's asking for just a little bit more. Let's inhale the head full up to its normal position again. We're going to slowly work down the body and stretching as many of the muscles as we possibly can here. So we're going to come into the back, the upper back, down the spine, all the muscles of the back with our cat-cow. So cat-cow is a fluid movement of the spine with the breath. So we rest our hands on our lap, and on our inhale, we're pushing our chest forward, squeezing the shoulder blades together in the back, and we're going to be gazing up at the sky. That's our inhale. Our exhale, we bring the chin down to the chest, draw the belly button in and round the back, almost like an angry cat. So we're stretching all those muscles out, separating the shoulder blades. Inhaling, we open up the chest, look up and squeeze those shoulder blades. Exhale, tuck that chin, round the back, draw the belly button in, stretch it out. And you're just moving through this at your own breathing pace. As you inhale, you're doing the cow, and as you inhale, you're doing the cat movement. Taking at your own pace, just a few rounds to stretch out all the muscles down the back and to start to loosen the spine up a little bit as well. Let's do 2 more. And then we'll come back to a nice neutral spine. And now we're going to come into the side body, and we're going to stretch out the side body. So we're going to start by placing the right hand on the floor next to us. If you are able to, as we get into this pose, come down onto your forearm, you certainly can make that transition. But really what we're interested in is lengthening this left side body as we stretch out. So we're going to be reaching through that left hand, reaching it toward the sky, and then taking it over to the right. So the lengthening is going to stretch it out, and now we're reaching the left fingers over to the right, really lengthening out of that waist. Feel that stretch. This is actually one of my favorite poses in the morning. It feels so good to kind of stretch out the side body. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the left hand down and do the same thing for the other side. So inhaling, lifting through the right side of our body, and then stretching over, taking the right fingers to the left and reaching. Inhaling back up. Let's take both arms up. We're going to interlace the fingers above our head and then flip them up so the palms are reaching to the sky. Lengthening through the spine, again, stretching out that side body. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge at the hips, folding forward, letting the hands come all the way to the ground and letting our head and neck relax wherever they end up. So however close to the ground you get is perfectly fine. If your head touches the ground, you can let your forehead relax onto the floor. And if you're somewhere in between, that's perfectly fine too. We're just going to hinge forward, take the hands down, and relax. This is going to stretch into the low back, into the hips and buttocks area. A lot of times this is a very tight area in the morning as well. So this is another one to do multiple times perhaps if you'd like, or just stay here a little longer. Remembering to allow yourself to breathe as we're in this pose. And we're going to incorporate a little side stretch in this as well. So we're going to take a walk with our hands over to the left side of our body. So our torso comes over the left leg. We're still reaching the hands out, still stretching, but now we're adding a little bit of side stretch here on the right side of the body. Bring it back to center, reaching straight through again. And then we'll take it to the left. Coming over, or excuse me, to the right. Take the torso over the right side of the body. And then come back to center. And it doesn't matter which side you go to first or second, just make sure you do both sides. And if you get your lefts and rights mixed up, it's okay, it's early in the morning. Walk yourself back up. Now we're going to take the legs out in front of us, and I've actually been sitting on a cushion, so I'm going to move that out of the way. I'm going to take the legs out nice and long, and I think I'm going to turn sideways so you can see a little better. So we want to sit up on the sits bones, which means we're moving that flesh out of the way so we can sit up on the bones themselves. It helps us to have a nice tall spine. And again, we want to activate the legs a little bit, stretch them out. So we're going to inhale the arms up overhead, and as we exhale, again, we're going to hinge at the hips, folding forward, trying to keep the spine straight. We're not rounding and collapsing. We're going to keep that spine nice and straight. The focus is on the stretch in the back of the legs, not so much can I touch my toes this early in the morning or not. So we're inhaling up, exhale, hinge. Let the arms come down to the legs wherever they are. They might be up here, they might be all the way down at the toes, wherever they are, just letting them relax comfortably, keeping a nice tall spine. Our gaze is kind of forward, relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the head and neck, and just breathing. You can feel that stretch in the back of the legs. And as you inhale, think about lengthening the spine. And as you exhale, think about hinging forward as much as you're able. And we're going to walk ourselves back up. Let's bend the right leg, or excuse me, the left leg. Sorry, it doesn't matter which one. I'm having trouble with my lefts and rights this morning. So we're going to interlace our fingers over the shin, lift the leg up off the ground, and just do a little pointing and flexing. We're getting into the lower part of the limbs here a little bit now. Rotating the foot around one way and then the other. You can actually take the leg and sort of cradle it, almost, and let me turn this way so you can see better for this time. Cradling it, so one hand has the foot, one hand has the upper part of the leg by the knee, and just sort of rocking it a little bit gently, loosening the hip a little bit. And then we're going to switch. We'll do the other leg now, bending at the knee. Hands go over the shin, lifting the foot up off the ground so we can point and flex. Rolling it around one way and then the other. I'm going to try and get that snap, crackle, pop out of there. And then, again, cradling it and just giving it a soft rock. And then releasing that. So those are just a couple of quick exercises that you can do every morning, right around 10 minutes or so. Again, longer if you'd like. If there's certain poses you want to spend more time in or repeat, you're certainly able to do that based on what your body needs. Sometimes I'll do a little bit more for my hips just because they get to be a little tight, but whatever feels good to your body. That's a way to wake yourself up, get those muscles moving, and now you're ready to go tackle your day. So thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.